More than 100 people have been killed in protests in Baghdad and other Iraqi cities over the last week. Protesters say they're outraged by corruption, unemployment, and the government's inability to provide basic services. Officials accuse malicious forces of inciting violence, but security forces admit they used live fire and excessive force in an attempt to quell the demonstrations.
The number of injured is 6,107 and the number of dead is 104. These numbers include security forces, civilians and protesters.
8 of those killed were from the security forces. The government imposed a curfew and cut internet access, but the protesters have pushed Prime Minister Adil Abdul Mahdi to make concessions.
ولدينا مشروع سنقدمه خلال الفترة القصيرة القادمة إلى مجلس الوزراء لمنح راتب لكل عائلة لا تمتلك دخلاً كافياً بحيث نوفر حداً أدنى للدخل يضمن لكل عائلة عراقية العيش بكرامة وأن لا نبقي أحداً خلفنا أو تحت خط الفقر.
Abdul Mahdi has offered to meet demonstrators without an armed escort and listen to what he described as their righteous demands. But that hasn't quelled calls for him to resign. The protests have not been linked to any party or religious group.
In this revolution, we are all one people, not a million different ones. Just one people. No one represents us. Those who go to the parliament wearing suits in order to represent us don't represent us. We don't want parties. If 100 of us die, next time we will be 1 million.
Protesters have directly attacked symbols of the political system. They've set fire to nearly 60 public and political party buildings. But the economy and job prospects are the main point of contention. The World Bank estimates that youth unemployment may be as high as 25%.
I have a master's degree, but the government would not even hire me as a street sweeper. All these young people are being treated unfairly.
Influential cleric Muqtada al-Sadr has thrown his weight behind the demonstrators, backing their call for the Prime Minister's resignation and for new elections. With the pressure building, will Prime Minister Abdul Mahdi's concessions be enough to satisfy the protesters, or are his days in office numbered? Pletts, The Newsmakers.